Okay, so we are at day 4. This is probably gonna be a bit of a long one, and I've looked tiny bit in the like update notes here, and so far it looks like I've completely had all my predictions correct. So we're gonna be looking out for like other things as well. Now, I'm not gonna be too mad with the update because they were polishing it for like a year, right? So it should be launched without bugs. Also, they told us it's tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Basically, I'm assuming that the update is then gonna launch completely fine. Valve isn't gonna use like a year to fix all the bugs from the update and whatnot. It's gonna be a fine update. That's what I'm expecting now, else I'm really disappointed with Valve. Because I kinda predicted everything that would like usually launch, but then there's usually like a month where the game is pretty much unplayable after a new update usually. But apparently, like with the polishing they've done, that shouldn't be the problem, but let's see about that. Anyways, these first things is just things we already know pretty much from the other pages. Also, this is something I didn't fill in, like there's gonna be like the classic weapon skins. I didn't touch up about that, but that means that the weapon skins I'm likely gonna go for, because this means that there's actually like, I'm not that disappointed if there's like 2 like Warpaint collections. If these can also be like in cases and in unusual strains. If they aren't and they're just like the non-unusual version, I'm gonna be a bit disappointed with that. But then, I mean, who knows? Then I'll have to go with the paints I went over in like the actual like day 2 video, was it? But else I'll go with the Dead Reckoner or one of those skins that I like is a bit more my style. So there's the pyro items added, the heavy item, and then there's like some free contract and stuff, and it's just about the contracts. So there's some significant weapon and class balance improvements. We're gonna go over that later, but first we're gonna look. There's an increase to backpack space because we need more space for all those nice new weapons. They made some update for the voice things. Then they fixed the Engineer Gunslinger melee crit for future melee attacks. So this is bug fixes. This is one of those fixes that they've tried to do forever. So just this being here is one of my predictions that Valve should have like fixed some bugs that they should have fixed long ago. Fixed a bug where the ammo from a picked up weapon could exceed the player's maximum ammo allowed. So that's like the pistol one. Again, some of the bugs that they should have fixed. So this is just like a few bugs, also some attack animation. Then they fixed some model breaking from some weapons there. Then they fixed Heavy's edible secondary items not having that. So this is basically like bug fixes that they should have fixed long ago. Then they also fixed the case where players could have multiple weapons visible at the same time, which they also again like this is so much my predictions. I really hope I don't get disappointed when we get like down lower, because I hope that there's more than just what I predicted before, because like so far what I've seen, this is exactly my prediction. Like the whole thing, the whole update, pretty much exactly my prediction. So there's some like Man vs Machine announced fixing, some Halloween fixing for Engineer. Then the pallet of crates, I saw they were like 3 U's a bit earlier. Like everybody who went out and bought those basically got fucked. It's a bit funny because people were abusing it to like get the cases and make a lot of money. And you know what? Reveal day 4. They are now useless. All of the pallet of crates. I find that a bit funny, but it's not funny for those people who thought they could make profit or shit. That's actually pretty sad for them. Then there's like a new like Mark for Dead like effect when you're slowed. Then I assume this means that if you're on a server that allows inspecting all weapons, then there's an animation for them even if they don't exist as that skin, as an example. Or it just means that you can legit inspect all your weapons no matter if they're skinned or not, as a lot of people have wanted. Then there's a disconnect sound when the medic stops healing. And then this is something that really makes me hype, because added new sounds for the Family Business, the Winger, and the Frontier Justice. I made a quick video that I took down because I thought the Family Business on like the weapon pile were actually the Frontier Justice, but people said it was the Family Business. The Winger was also there. The Frontier Justice wasn't there, but they're saying like up like almost 40 weapon choices, and there's like 29 or 30 in the bunch. So there's like about 9, maybe, let's say 9 hidden weapons that we don't know about yet that are gonna be war paintable or whatever, or like where you can use the war paint to get that weapon. So I'm hoping this means, like, I'm totally hyped now. I'm completely hyped for tomorrow because this means there's a chance. Why else would they add a new sound for like some weapons and then like something that doesn't even like get added in this update, I believe? Like, that is something that hypes me. Maybe there's an actual list of all of them, like we get to a whole list of all of the weapons that can be unusual, but this makes me happy, this makes me hope. The dream is real, guys, for now. Then there's some other sounds for like AVP and Beast, but this is like new sounds and this is updated sounds, so this like it puts this in like a different category that really makes me hyped. And there's some Steam controller improvements we aren't gonna really look at, some community requests, not really interested in that. And there's like a whole lot of things added, like basically stuff we don't really care about. Now there's like party updates. Parties can now be formed from anywhere within the game and persist through matches, so that's pretty nice. You can basically party up if you end up with one of your friends in like the game or some shit, I guess. I don't know. Players are now able to join their party match if late joining is allowed, which is like, that seems pretty nice. So basically I think you can party up with people that are already in a game and then you can join their game or something. I think that's how it works. And a new party, yeah, and there we go with the party interface that allows to quickly manage and interact with your party. Good. And there's a global party chat system, which is amazing. That's something the game really have been needing. And then there's yeah, this looks good. This looks good. I like this. I like this. So some matchmaking redesigns. This is what we've been like. This is something I predicted. I said the dream would be that we get the quick play back, but I don't think we will. But we're gonna go over this because I also predicted matchmaking changes. I'd like to say that was in my predictions. We designed the matchmaking screens to be lightweight overlays that can be summoned and dismissed from anywhere within the game. Seems nice. Move the casual and competitive backend to the main menu. Casual levels now go beyond 150 all players, so that's levels. Then there's something with when you reach above max level. Don't really know what that is. And then there's like the vote for the next map dialogue can now be minimized to view the top scoring players, which is also like basically a bug. So this isn't really matchmaking changes. Like, I mean, there are some technically qualifiers and they have redesigned, like even with this, with the parties, they have redesigned a bit with the matchmaking system. I don't think it's gonna make too much change to matchmaking. It's still gonna be broken as it is, I believe. And actually it's gonna be more broken with the parties, because now you can like get a pop stomp party to join you when like the game is balanced around you not having teammates. And then, oh yeah, now 5 of your teammates join that you're pre-made with, and now you just shit stomp the enemy, stuff like that. I can see that being very broken. This is actually terrible. They have done changes to matchmaking that is bad, all things considered, like making it worse. Then now the contracts, which everybody is probably interested in, but I'm not really gonna look over that right now. Let's go to the multi-class gameplay changes. So the new design on Panic Attack is faster switch speed, more pellets, less damage, and then fires a wide fixed short pattern, and that's regardless. Like, I assume this is regardless of bullet spread on the server. So if you successfully shoot, the pattern grows or some shit, but it restarts after, or resets after you stop firing when reloading. And there's Super Shooter. Here is what we've been hoping for. This is like the devil's work is gonna be undone. Let's look at that. Powers are too easily able to take advantage of their weapon's primary feature via air blast. No penalty, and so their damage potential can greatly exceed that of the other classes that also use this weapon. Rather than taking a heavier handed approach to solve this, we've instead decided to remove air blast as a source for mini crits. This was what I actually have been predicting and complaining about, that they shouldn't do that. It should just be on rocket jumps regardless. Yeah, this is perfect. And then they like, yeah, this confirms like thermal thrusters to new like jetpack, which basically confirms that it's like a rocket jump exactly. So this is exactly what I had wanted for the reserve shooter. They've done exactly that. That's perfect. Then Ambassador, headshots beyond a lot of units do normal non-crit damage. Perfect, perfect. This is what they should have done. And headshot damage is now, so this is what, yeah, they changed it. Perfect. The Ambassador is perfect now. It makes sense now. This is what they should have done with the Ambassador. Like, they have listened to the community. That's amazing. That is so good. Like, I'm so happy for this. Okay, Deathbringer. Changes. Ammo kits and dispensers no longer refill. Good. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is also why I didn't want to go over, like, when everybody, like every other YouTuber basically drool over these kind of like pre-release, because I want to see the final and I want to go over it when it's you know, there. Then they removed cannot disguise and then cloak drain. Yes, that seems good. Scout, I don't really think I care that much about Scout, but let's look at I don't think we care about these Criticola because that's one of the cancer weapons. Each attack while active adds mark for death debuff for 5 seconds. I mean, yes, they removed the 25% movement speed like bonus and then damage taking penalty, but then I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's just like if you fire with extra damage, you're prone to like extra damage yourself for 5 seconds. I can see this working a bit, but I don't think this is the actual fix for the Criticola. Atomizer, let's see. Yeah, just when the bat is deployed, we don't really need to look at that. Base jumper, what did they do? Reduce the amount of air control and remove the ability to redeploy. Whatever. Like. Sure, I might have fallen in love with the base jumper with the new airstrike that we're gonna like get. Like I'm basically gonna get unusual airstrike, which may actually make me want to play a bit of soldier just because unusual airstrike. I can see the fun in that weapon. It's like an island that's like trolling, but you're not really. And it's worse than the original. Like people would tell you it's worse, and then you can still like show them how cancerous it is. I don't know. Still not gonna be too fond of like soldier, especially not to fight against him. But maybe it's nerf. Let's look. I don't think it is because I can already see. Let's see the man threats. So added control, which can be very cancerous now. But I guess it makes sense with like the nerfs to the base jump, and now you can't really use that for Market Garden. Now you can use the man threats to better, you know, control in the air, I guess. Yeah. And then Cowmangler, granted earned crits. Crits Creek will be converted to mini crits instead. So that means instead of it cannot be crit boosted, it will be mini crit boosted instead. I mean, I can see that. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. It's bad, but it's not too bad. Like I want to cannot be crit boosted on all rocket launches, but hey. So, oh, the Righteous Bison, this makes a lot of people happy. It have been reverted to its old design, it says. No, this is necessary because the projectile are no longer limited on number of times it can hit targets. They basically realized that that was like the bug wasn't a bug, and then no longer limited on number of times they can hit the same targets. Good. So this is back to the good old troll weapon that everybody likes, I guess. That's nice. That's nice. I'm happy for people who like this weapon, even though it's a soldier weapon. I'm happy for people who like that because that is like it should be. Darwin's Danger Shield. So afterburn immunity. I can see this with the new fly rose. Basically, I can see that actually coming handy. And yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Let's see, Crusader's crossbow. They changed that. I think that is. Yeah, they basically made it so like burst heal kind of thing, I guess. Nothing else really. Okay, all miniguns. I think we already like saw this in the like you guys already know about these changes with the accuracy and damage. It's no longer penalized unless you've been shooting for 1 second. Like it's just gone. You now have the full damage instantly. Then they did the well, I guess the HP drain. This is like as we saw in the thing. Let's see, secondary banana, which is basically wait, so I thought it was supposed to heal half the sandwich, so this is actually just a better sandwich, maybe, or small health kit. This is basically like a Deloco spa that isn't bad, maybe, I'm not sure. I can see it work, but it's like it's basically just they could basically have done this to the sandwich and it would have been better. Like added the second banana, it's a reskin of the sandwich, and then this is like the new sandwich stats. That would be totally fine by me. That's what they should have done, I think. But let's see, engineer changes. They basically just nerfed the Rescue Ranger, which I don't care about, especially if we get a freaking Frontier Justice with unusual effect. I mean, seriously, I need that shit. I hope that is true. I hope that like that it is in that category is like a small hint towards the people who like Frontier Justice that yes, you can get the Frontier Justice. Yeah, I hope that. Hope. Oh, this have been reverted to its previous design, which actually makes it okay that you know, you can get an unusual one now, because some people are gonna be happy for that, because now it have its unique thing. And then we already saw like these new weapons. And then basically, is that all? I guess that's all. I'm actually disappointed with this. Like, I'm hyped for the Frontier Justice, but overall as like an update and for like the time they took for this, I'm very disappointed with Valve. Like, it better work. It better work without any hiccups. Like, I'll give it 1 day of bugging out, but then if it doesn't work, like, I mean, why did you use a year to polish it if you still have to use months fixing it after releasing it? That's the kind of mentality I'm gonna have, where it's like, what the fuck, Valve? Like that kind of thing. Because that's what I think it goes into. I think if you look over my prediction video, like the one I made a bit before the power update, like a week or some shit after, or you look at my sheet that I posted in the pins on my Discord, I basically nailed the predictions for the update. Wow. And that was my, oh yeah, Valve, I'm betting that they are lazy. They're gonna do like maybe a double update, but they're gonna delay it, so instead of like 6 months, it's gonna be like double the time, which is a year and 3 months, and then they're still gonna give us what basically results in what they could do in 6 months, basically, I believe. But this is something other people, in my opinion, like, they should be able to do this update in 3 months. They have 5 coders. Easy, 3 months, shouldn't be a problem, especially if they don't put effort into the map and the custom editors. And it's like, they can work on them after the update is out, like, give us some content to work on, and then you can have your, what, 1 coder maybe, if they need that, or just a map designer designing the maps. Like, you don't need your coders designing the maps. Like, oh yeah, okay. Like, that's maybe art design, I don't know. Like, I don't see how Valve can waste so much time on so little. I'm very disappointed with this. Unless there's a Frontier Justice, then I'm like, people got their content. This is gonna last months to 3 months, and then people are gonna hunger for content, and then Valve is gonna take like 2 fucking years to give us something else. But the game is gonna be alive for a bit, and then I can enjoy playing the game that I like. But Valve seriously fucked up matchmaking, so hey. Like, I don't see this. I don't see this. I don't see, like, they've made matchmaking worse. How is this gonna save the game? I don't see it. I just don't see it. And it's so little content compared to, like, how long they've spent on it. I'm seriously disappointed with this shit. Like, they didn't even fix matchmaking. Like, they made changes to matchmaking as I predicted. Hopefully a fix. No, they didn't. They made it worse. Good stuff. Anyways, I don't want to rant anymore. I'm actually super disappointed with this shit. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction regardless. I'll see you again next time.